come out and I was down 22%.
Wow.
So I was doing the Buffalo strategy and I just wasn't going well for me at all. Like all of my trades seemed to be continuously losing trades.
Wow.
I think that the reason it wasn't going so well is it comes down to we all see different things, don't we, when we're looking at something? And I just wasn't seeing what Dennis was seeing or Eamon was seeing. So since April, when we started working together a little bit better, I'm up 70% on my whole portfolio.
Is it 70? I was told 66. You've done a little bit more? Round of applause. Well done. Tell us your name and where you're from.
So my name is Michelle Cooper and I live in Shropshire, which is right on the Welsh border in the middle of the countryside.
Fantastic. Okay, so what was your knowledge, your level of knowledge before you came to Investment Mastery?
Regarding stocks, virtually nothing. Almost knew nothing at all. Only what other people had said to me who also didn't know anything about the stock market.
That's interesting. What did they say?
Well, people, I always remember my dad saying to me about, oh, do you know so-and-so, they're in the stock market. They must be doing really well, but I would never know how to do that. And that kind of, not people knowing the stock market is a thing.
Mysterious.
Anything about it.
That's so true. Okay, and then what was your level of expectation? I mean, what were you hoping to get? What did you do, by the way? Did you come to a one-day seminar? Was it virtual online? How did you hear about us?
I came to Millionaire Mind Intensive quite a few years ago, where you were on stage. Exactly. Yeah. And then, I met a few people there actually who were doing things in the stock market, but still I didn't know anything about it. Okay. And then I looked you up probably 2 or 3 years later after that.
What? You went
and came along to one of your one-day events, and then
so you came along to the one-day event, and then what made you then decide to take the next step?
I think it was just that I didn't have enough knowledge still after one day to actually do anything. And I really like the idea of the workshop where you can sit there with a computer and do it. Because before I even came, I didn't know what a broker was. I didn't know how to place an order. I didn't know anything of what to actually do.
Okay, so that's my next question, which is what was the best thing about the workshop for you?
Best thing? Oh gosh, you're trying to make me pick one.
No, it could be your top 3, but I mean...
I really liked how we got plenty of time to talk to people about what to do. Okay. There were people on the workshop who have been coming to Investment Mastery for a while, like the gold members that had been there before. They were very helpful to talk to because they'd already been down this path or some and different points of their journey. That was really good. But also Dennis and Eamon and everyone else was there that you could just stick your hand up and ask questions, and they were so helpful all the time. Awesome. But also having the computer in front of me so that I could actually use the mouse and click the buttons and do that stuff. It's different to watching someone do it on a screen, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Even people who just have the online course, and then we say, look, come on the workshop. They go, oh no, we don't really need it. So trust me, and then they come on the workshop and afterwards they go, oh, that is exactly what I needed. So how have you found the things like this? Well, actually, we should probably ask you, what have your results been?
Well, when I first started off, they weren't that good.
Okay.
So I lost about 22% of my portfolio in the first.
Right. So when you say you lost 22%, that means you were still in the position, or you'd taken, you'd come out and you were down 22%.
I'd come out and I was down 22%.
Wow.
So okay. I was doing the Buffalo strategy, and I just wasn't going well for me at all. Like all of my trades seem to be continuously losing trades.
Wow. How many losing trades in a row have you done?
Oh gosh, probably about 15 or 16.
Whoa, not quite Marcel's record. 22 is the record, so come on. You've got to make more of an effort here.
Yeah. I should try harder, right?
Yes.
But I think that the reason it wasn't going so well is it comes down to we all see different things, don't we, when we're looking at something? And I just wasn't seeing what Dennis was seeing or Eamon was seeing. I just didn't get it. So spoke to Dennis about it, and he's been doing some extra help for me.
Oh, that's nice.
And then, so since April, when we started working together a little bit better, I'm up 70% on my whole portfolio.
Is it 70? I was told 66. You've done a little bit more. Round of applause. Well done. That is awesome. That's even better, okay, fantastic. And I mean, wow. I mean, that's like 70 times more than you get in the bank. And the year isn't even over.
No, I think that I get 0.01 in the bank.
Right. So it's a lot better than in the bank.
Better than the bank.
All right. Well, 70% times is not too bad. So how many minutes do you spend a day though, getting those kind of results?
Between 5 and 20.
Right. Okay. So it really does work within 20. I bet it didn't to start off with.
No. Like to start off with, I was really struggling, and I was struggling to get my head around what was going on.
I don't know whether you ever seen those patterns, those things that people look at, and there's just patterns. And then if you just relax your eyes, and suddenly this picture of a heart comes out, or a unicorn, and you go, you can't see it. It's in a pattern. They had these in the 60s, 70s, 80s and stuff. And not everybody can do it to start off with. Everybody can do it eventually. Some people are a little bit faster than others, right? Have you ever done those things?
Yes. Yeah. Occasionally, like they pop up, don't they, online, and you have a look at them, and then sometimes you see them, and then sometimes you like stare at them really hard, and you're like,
I think it's a little bit like that. I think the whole charting thing, the trading thing is a little bit like that. You just need to relax a bit. You need to give it some time, maybe a little bit of help. And I'm really glad that the team. Well, actually, let me ask you, what has the support been like?
Really good, actually. Dennis is always there. If I've got a question to ask, I'll fire him a question. He'll get back to me on Skype quite quickly.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's like one-on-one. That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I'm actually really looking forward to being able to come and see you again at the next workshop whenever that happens.
Can't wait for that, honestly. The energy, the everything. Do you know, we get distinctions ourselves every single time. Absolutely fantastic. We got a crypto one coming up, by the way, in December. That's the first time we're doing that. I'm really excited about that. I don't know whether it's going to be a physical one or a virtual one, but I can't wait to do that, because I think, by the way, this was on stocks, was it? The 66, the 70%?
Yes.
Ah, interesting. Have you done cryptos yet?
No.
You're going to make a lot more than 70% on cryptos.
Ooh, very exciting.
Yeah. This is just the start of a journey. Your entire life you'll be doing this. This is absolutely fantastic.
I think what's been really helpful as well is I've started with not a huge amount of money doing my trading, which was something as well that I didn't realize. I thought you have to have like tens of thousands to even get started. So I started with much smaller amounts.
Yeah.
So I've made 70% on a much smaller amount, which when you talk about your profits and what you've made, the amount of money doesn't sound like that much money.
That's why we always talk percentages, because one of our students is trading with $1 million. So he made on one trade 48,000. And if you say, I made 48,000, that's amazing, right? But we said, well, yeah, okay, that's nice. But what percentage, like what money was that on? And when he said $1 million, I said, well, that's just 4.8%. That's not, whereas if you would have said, well, I made that on 10,000, I would have gone, bloody hell, so it's about percentages, isn't it? Because if you can do it on a small amount, you can do it on a large amount.
And that's why it's really helpful having Dennis there, and I'll say like what's happening on my trades. Yeah. And it's good to have him to put it back into perspective and saying, yeah, but you've just made like whatever percentage, 10% on one trade. So and although that is only £200 or something, that's still 10%. Yes. And that as that compounds over time,
you and keep adding money in as well. Yeah. Keep adding money in. That's really important as well, because it doesn't matter how small or how. Listen, you've just got to start where you're at. People say, well, yeah, I'll do it next year. When? And it says, well, when I've got the money or whatever. No, learn now. Use a demo account while you are earning the money. And because otherwise, what are you going to do? You're going to wait a year?
I've got this my wall in front of me. It says, just keep going. And that's something that Dennis says to me all the time. And there's my compounding graph just there. So that every time I'm like not feeling great, I can look up and it says, just keep going.
That's it. And that time is going to go by anyway. And there's people that they say, oh, I don't have time, blah, blah. 2 years later, I said, what have you done? They say, oh, I haven't done anything. In those 2 years, you could have compounded your money up. So that's fantastic. And I want you to know, what do you think is going to happen in the future? Oh, well, what would you say to anybody who's thinking about like coming to investment mastery? They're not sure because, there's lots of people that give promises. So what would you say?
I think I'd say take the time to learn it and really look around for the right person to teach you as well. So this is something that I'm really not good at, is looking around and just going for whoever I think, oh, you sound great, I'll just go with you. And so I spent quite a lot of money on various training courses over time, and they've not been the right ones for me to go on. So I probably struck really lucky coming to you guys first. But what I'd say is that just go and learn, but choose the right person to learn from.
Yeah, fantastic. So, listen, I want you to know that you are an inspiration to us because there's many reasons we do this. We do this as a business, but also we want to help as many people around the world create financial success for themselves and their families through what we do, which is financial education. So, the fact that you're inspiring us and hopefully inspiring other people also to take action on this is absolutely fantastic. So, just keep going.
Yes, just keep, that's what Dennis says all the time to me.
Yeah. I want to be interviewing you in a year's time, in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, just like we do with Marcel, and just keep giving people updates if that's okay. And so just keep going.
Well, you did just ask what I think the future holds, and I've sort of, based on the last 6 months, it looks a lot more promising and a lot more exciting. So I managed to get myself into a whole lot of debt a while ago, and I've drawn out a plan of where all my loans are going to finish and when I can start putting extra money into my trading account, and my compounding graph there has got all that included in it. So that looks really good, and it gives you like a way to see that the future is going to be better.
Definitely make sure you surround yourself with the right people. Dennis is definitely one of those. So important, just to leap bound wherever it is that you want to go, just to go faster. Thank you so much for your time, Michelle. And we're looking forward to seeing you as well on the next workshop. You're going to do it as a repeat, are you? Or are you crewing?
I hope so.
Which one? Are you repeating it or crewing?
I didn't know I could crew.
Well, I think you have to ask. But yeah, okay. Absolutely. Ask Dennis. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you so much for your time. Take care.
Lovely. Thanks, Marcus.
Bye.
Bye.